May I come in, sir?
Yeah, please come.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening,
sir.
Aishwarya. Please sit down.
Thank you, sir.
So, Aishwarya, shall we start?
Yes, sir.
So, let's have your introduction, Aishwarya.
Yes. Sir, I'm MILIND JADHAV. I was born in JADHAV district of Maharashtra. I was brought up in Nashik district. I have done my schooling from Ryan International School, Nashik. Thereafter, sir, I have done my BTech in civil engineering from Veer Mata Jizabai Technological Institute in Mumbai. Sir, my hobbies include spending time with cats and observing them. And I also watch Marathi short films, sir. And I have been certified as a suicide prevention first aider by NGO Swayam Foundation.
So, Aishwarya, what does this mean that you are the first certified suicide prevention first aider?
Yes, sir.
What is this?
Sir, it is a community initiative where the Swayam Foundation NGO wants to give the skill to every individual possible so that they can act as a first line of defense. So we can identify within our friends, family, or colleagues.
Anyone who has the suicidal tendency.
Yes, sir.
Is it?
Yes, sir.
So anyway, we'll, if time permits, we'll ask details. But you're from Maharashtra, so tell me, Maharashtra budget has not been very promising. No new schemes, and we call it majestic Maharashtra with most robust economy reaching 1 trillion USD very soon. So what prevented Maharashtra budget to come out with some forward-looking or forward-going schemes?
So the Maharashtra budget is a promising budget, sir, because it is a 7 lakh crore budget. And the government has made the budget in a manner so as to ensure that fiscal consolidation happens along with giving stimulus to the growth of Maharashtra. So the current focus of the government is to some important issues, sir. For example, increasing the momentum that we have gained in Mumbai and carrying it forward to the third Mumbai. So nearly 64,000 crores have been allocated for that. Secondly, sir, the ambitious program of making Mumbai as the Asia's AI hub by 2035. Apart from that, sir, various infrastructure projects have been also done.
So why is there a need when the second airport hasn't started? The government has announced it. Other airport?
So the Navi Mumbai airport has been announced and it is under construction.
I think in the budget there was some mention of another one more project airport.
Yes, sir. So they want to create a Naina city in Mumbai, which will be the Navi Mumbai airport influenced area. So for that purpose, we want another airport, sir, because currently the airport which we have there, we cannot go for expansion.
But Aishwarya, all that you have said is right. But why they had to slash the budget of Ladki Behna?
Sir, this could be the reason, sir. Initially, 1,500 rupees was allocated for per woman, and the beneficiaries were more. But since the government said that people should voluntarily withdraw if they are not eligible, and 5 lakh withdrawals were seen. So, on the basis of that, 36,000.
So, as an afterthought, what do you think? Suppose if, as a civil servant, suppose then as officer of Maharashtra government, you are in the IAS and as secretary, women or whatever, and you are the department bringing in the scheme. Now, would you like to ever bring such a scheme?
Sir, there will be multiple factors that should be taken into account, and sir, first will be the feasibility of the scheme, from where the funds will be sourced. Secondly, the impact that it will create. Sir, these schemes will not per se be classified outrightly as freebies if they are creating an impact. For example, sir, if we consider women here who are given 1,500 rupees, so it is serving multiple purposes. Firstly, the financial autonomy that women are gaining. Secondly, sir, we have also seen that when we give money to women,
Aishwarya,
90% is.
just to be in between, cut it short, what would 1,500 in today's time, how would it make a woman financially autonomous for 1 month? 50 rupees per day?
Yes, sir. Sir, the government
And
also.
you're saying impact. What impact will 1,500 bring? Don't you think that instead of this, if the concentration is on employability, it will be more sustained and it will give her more satisfaction? Today, she will say, ki it is like, I am at the mercy of the government. Without doing anything, I am getting 1500.
So while this concern does remain, but so there are various other schemes of the government which aim at creating the social
So this,
infrastructure.
despite all this is essential, right? Anyway, so tell me, you are a civil engineer. Now, you talked about so many infrastructure projects also proposed. But tell me, today I am seeing that this modern infrastructure has come up in India because of public-private participation. Government alone could not have done it. Is it correct?
So earlier the government did invest, but it has been observed that the risk sharing and capital infusion is something for which we do require private sector. And along with that, private sector will also bring in the professionalism and the expertise that they have. So we can come up with more research
The
and
question is
development.
of money. Private sector technical know-how you can get even by tendering and globally going if you have money. Inviting private sector for toll roads primarily is to take money from the public later on and bringing money of the private sector. Is it not the purpose?
So that is one of the purpose.
You have worked something on United Nations also.
Yes, sir.
Now, Prime Minister of India the other day he said that UN is irrelevant and they're not doing their whatever it means. Now, do you think if you think so, uh, how do we empower UN? Is it because of financial autonomy that they don't have, or the legal teeth that they don't have? You think that there could be some mechanism by which UN can be empowered so that when they say something, every country will listen?
Yes. Sir, it is facing some amount of utility and legitimacy crisis, and so there are multiple reasons for it. So firstly, is the United Nations Security Council and the abuse of the P5, abuse of veto by the P5 countries. So, sir, for addressing that, we need reformed multilateralism. And secondly, sir, there are financial constraints also. It is more donor dependent, and the countries who are funding it more, they wield extra power here. Thirdly, sir, there is inequitable geographical representation. So, if we are able to address these issues, UN can emerge once again as a very prominent organization. Because, sir, apart from the UNSC, if we see the various other organizations of UN, the specialized agencies and the principal organs, they have been functioning well and they have created a huge impact on different societies.
Good. Uh, Euro is strengthening vis-a-vis dollar.
Yes,
This is
sir.
the latest. Does it mean that Europe is becoming the economy of Europe is becoming stronger than the US?
Sir, it will be too early to say this because their GDP growth rate is 0.7% currently. And so the reason why we are seeing the capital being flown to Europe is, sir, the main reason is USA. People are fearing the tariff and the trade war, and so we are seeing the investment
Aishwarya,
going there.
why Musk has been, there is so much of resentment against Musk and
Yes, sir.
protests. They are burning his cars, his showrooms, all this.
So the reason is, sir, it is seen that it is a quid pro quo where the President Trump has appointed him as the head of the Doge department. And, sir, being the head of the Doge department, he has undertaken a drive to fire a number of federal government employees, and that is not being taken well by the people. Apart from that, sir, it is perceived as conflict of interest also. That being,
So, what lessons do we learn? Suppose if India administration, you will also be joining IAS. So, looking at this example, what is the lesson that we should draw?
sir, I believe that we do need efficient administration, but this is not the approach that should be followed. We need to do a holistic analysis of every bureaucrat, performance based
No,
assessment,
that
sir.
is one. The thing is, I'm not talking about the sizing down of the bureaucracy. I am talking about Musk's closeness, proximity to Mr. Trump. And that is the basic reason why people are against.
Yes,
which
sir.
you get conflict of interest, that he is fleecing, he is serving his own ends. So you find lots of cases in India also at times, allegations of, crony capitalism, somebody taking advantage of the path of those in power. So don't you think this could be a lesson for the whole country that whatever is unconstitutional is unconstitutional? What do you say?
Yes, sir. Whatever is unconstitutional will remain the same. But at the same time, sir, if even if we decide to bring in external talent for because of their expertise, then there should be transparent mechanisms so that conflict of interest will not be a major factor here.
All right. Thank you, Aishwarya.
Thank you, sir.
So, Aishwarya, you're from Maharashtra,
Yes, sir.
and your hobby is observing cats
Yes.
and spending time with them.
Yes, sir.
There is a phrase, a cat has 9 lives. What does this mean?
Sir, it is believed that the carefree nature of cats, sir, because of that it is said so, but I am not exactly aware from where this comes.
From where it comes?
I'm
No,
not
you are
aware,
not aware
sir.
of it. So, is it only carefree thing or something different? A cat has 9 lives. Anything can be carefree. A dog can be carefree, or any other animal can be carefree. Something different? No, you don't know.
So there must be, but I will have to read about it, sir.
Okay. So tell me why in European countries and Scandinavian countries people have lot of domestic cats, but in Asian countries generally people have dogs as
Yes, sir.
pet. They have cats also, but dogs is predominantly in Asian countries. But cats predominantly in European countries. Why such type of difference in the societies, these two societies?
Sir, sir, I believe that there is a difference in the nature of the animal per se. So, for example, if we see cats, cats are more independent, so they don't require much care and attention throughout the day. So, in Scandinavian countries, we see that people are both are members of the family. They must be working, so that is the reason why they prefer to keep cat and vice versa in case of India.
Okay. You are from Nashik.
Yes, sir.
Nashik, I think the Kumbh Mela is organized in Nashik, no?
Yes, sir.
So when is the next Kumbh Mela in Nashik?
Sir, in 2027.
2027, yeah. And which are the other areas where the Kumbh Mela is held?
Sir, in Ujjain and in Haridwar.
Ujjain and Haridwar.
Yes.
And what are the rivers? The rivers are associated
Yes,
with
sir.
them, na?
Yes, sir.
In
Sir,
Ujjain, what is the river, and Haridwar?
Sir, in Ujjain, we have the Shipra River. In Haridwar, sir, I'm forgetting the name.
You're forgetting the name.
Yes, sir.
So there are 3 places where the Kumbh is held.
Sir, 4, or even Prayagraj is one.
Even
Ganga River.
Prayagraj
Yes.
is one. Okay. Aishwarya, you're from Maharashtra. Now tell me, what is the difference between Marathwada region and Vidarbha region? There are two distinct regions in Maharashtra.
Yes,
In fact, there are 4, but these two are very distinct. Marathwada region and Vidarbha region. What is the difference between these two regions in Maharashtra?
So they differ in terms of their geography, particularly the soil. Apart from that, sir, if we see Marathwada region, it is more prone to drought as compared to the Vidarbha region. Yes, sir.
And
Sir,
say, what are the crop differences?
Sir, in Marathwada, we see that more water-intensive crops are even grown even today. Particularly, we see soya bean is grown, cotton is grown because of the black cotton soil. Apart from that, sir, in terms of development, also Vidarbha is more developed as compared to Marathwada.
Okay. And about rain, quantity of rain falling from the sky on these two regions, what is the difference?
Sir, I'm not aware of the exact figures.
We are not aware of that. And what about forestry? Forest? Which area is having more forest?
Sir, I believe it is the Vidarbha region which has more forest area.
Okay. In Maharashtra, there has been this left-wing extremism,
Yes.
but nowadays it is controlled.
Yes,
We
sir.
don't hear much about left-wing extremism in Maharashtra, in Gadchiroli, Chandrapur, and all those areas. But in Chhattisgarh, still it is prevalent in 5, 6 or 7 districts. What are the reasons why Maharashtra could control the LWE extremism?
Sir, Maharashtra has worked on multiple fronts, sir, but firstly, the geography plays a very important role. Maharashtra has not been the center of left-wing extremism. It fell as a part of the corridor. Secondly, sir, the various initiatives by the administration, particularly the winning hearts and minds model. So, apart from the basically the policing aspect, the government also
In the
focused.
policing aspect, what did the police do? Is something special?
Yes, sir. The C-60 force was being organized in Maharashtra, which particularly dealt with the left-wing extremism. Apart from that, sir, we also came up with a number of initiatives to address the developmental deficit. For example, sir, the comic strips to address the radicalization, and also the Dadarola Khidki initiative was launched, wherein people could approach the police administration and seek help. So the
Okay.
confidence building measures were taken.
Aishwarya, have you heard the port by the name Chabahar?
Yes, sir.
Where it is situated and why it is important to India?
Sir, it is situated in Iran,
Huh?
and sir, it is important to India because then it will open India to the Central Asia and also to Europe. It will be a part of India's international north-south transport corridor, and it is
It
strategic.
will open to Central Asia.
Yes, sir.
So what will do there in Central Asia?
Sir, it will increase our trade, and we'll be able to bypass the current land-based route because our current route goes through Pakistan, sir. So which we do not have access to. So
Any other important corridor which are emanating, which is starting from India beside this north-south transport corridor? Any other corridor?
yes, sir. The India, Middle East, Europe Economic Corridor also.
Okay. And anything else
So
from
the,
Tamil Nadu?
so the Chennai Vladivostok corridor, which will connect us to Russia.
Good. My last question is about Bhaktikal in Maharashtra.
Yes.
How Bhaktikal movement has saved the Maharashtrian society? In what manner they have saved?
So the Bhakti movement has been instrumental in addressing the caste-based discrimination in Maharashtra. And secondly, sir, it has promoted religious harmony in the society and also provided enormous stability to the societies.
Any important women saints during Bhakti movement?
Yes,
Can you
sir.
name one or two women saints?
Yes, sir. So we have Mukta Bai, Jana Bai.
Mhm.
Sir, I know this.
Two. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Aishwarya.
So, Aishwarya, mathematics.
Yes, sir.
Tell me 5 things. If there was no zero, what would happen to the world? 5 consequences of zero not being there. How would the world look like?
May I take a few seconds? Sir, if zero would not have been there, we would not have the decimal system would be something very different, sir. Secondly, sir, even the binary system on which our computers work, that would have been different. Instead of zero, we would have had something else. Sir, apart from that, if we see zero's importance, it also suggests that emptiness. So whenever we do not want anything to store any value, then that would have become difficult. Yes.
5 things. You're a civil engineer. For you to imagine world without zero should not be a problem.
Yes, sir.
Imagine world without zero and tell me 5 consequences. Simple.
So the denominations would be very difficult, sir, to the number. Sir, I'm not able to
All
think
right, all
right
right.
now.
No problem. So, Aishwarya, Qutub Minar has survived almost 800, 900 years.
Yes.
What is so special about construction of Qutub Minar that it has survived for almost 900 years?
Sir, I'm not aware exactly the.
You are a civil engineer. Use your
Yes, sir.
civil engineering knowledge to tell me the construction technique of Qutub Minar that makes it earthquake proof.
Yes, sir.
I didn't ask the question that way.
Yes, sir. Sir, I believe that it could have been based on the foundation, sir. They would have used the interlocking method in the foundation and layer by layer method of laying it. So that would provide greater stability by compacting it and consolidating the soil. Apart from that, sir, the material used is, sir, I believe it is sandstone. So, sorry, sir, I will read about it.
All right. Aishwarya, External Affairs Minister, has made a statement on importance of United Nations. So can you recall why UN is important, even though it may be weak? Because you did some model United Nations delegate work.
Yes, sir. So, firstly, if we do not have an organization like UN, we will even lose the opportunity to advocate for a rules based order. Secondly, sir, if we see the problems that the global society is facing today, they have transcended the borders. So, we do need global cooperation to exist, and UN is a better forum where multilaterally we can address the global issues that we face. Apart from that, sir, we have also seen that when the countries they are more consensus oriented, we see a peaceful world, and a peaceful world is more conducive for the economic development of every country.
Tell me, what was role of UN during pandemic and on terrorism?
Yes. So during pandemic, we saw the WHO, which is one of the specialized agencies of UN, they started the Gavi initiative. So that initiative focused not only on giving real-time updates to the countries, but at the same time vaccine availability and ensuring that there is inclusive access of vaccine to the developing countries who cannot develop the vaccines on their own. And for that, they did collaborate with countries like India as well. Apart from that, sir, they also provided various other help in terms of the PPE kits, the testing, various testing kits also were provided, and the advisories were also provided through them so that community can itself take some precautions.
And terrorism?
So, with respect to terrorism, we do have the United Nations Security Council, which can take some initiatives with respect to sanctions. Apart from that, there is a FATF body.
So, Aishwarya, Raisina dialogues are going on.
Yes, sir.
So, what is significance of Raisina dialogue?
So the Raisina Dialogue is a platform where various leaders come together and we can exchange our ideas with respect to the worldview. So this gives us a clear picture about what is the perspective of different countries with respect to the global society, and it also opens up various avenues of cooperation with them.
You did some counseling work on suicide prevention,
Yes, sir.
first aider.
Yes, sir.
So, Maharashtra is having this problem of farmer suicide. So, how will you counsel farmers not to go for suicide?
Sir,
Just give me a few points that you would
yes.
mention to them.
So the main reason why this is happening is the economic distress that farmers face. So the solution that we will have to give them should be in that direction rather than more of a psychological counseling. So my approach will be to make them aware of the various initiatives that the government has for them. So that will give them hope. And if possible, sir, I would also want to connect them to the administration itself. So help them in the actual getting the access to scheme. So I will be able to do that. Secondly, sir, outreach and awareness will be important. So we can go for the psychometric analysis to actually get a picture that whether is it possible that these people will commit suicide in the next few years or what is their mental state currently. Apart from that, sir, we have various other NGOs also who raise awareness. For example, sir, there is a Aadhar Ashram in Maharashtra which raises awareness through the process of kirtan among the farmers. So to appeal them on religious grounds that you should not be committing suicide.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. You have been the marketing head.
Yes.
Okay. So you must have done some work vis-a-vis strategic planning and outreach. Tell me how marketing strategies can be leveraged further in order to promote awareness about government schemes, policies. Can you suggest some robust marketing strategies?
The first could be the social proofing strategy that we can use, wherein if number of people are benefiting from it, so their first-hand account will help people in instilling the trust among the people, so they would want to take advantage of it. Secondly, sir, we can go for various digital marketing platforms, social media platforms or YouTube. So there we can provide the link for them to access these services. Apart from that, sir, awareness could be raised we can use short films here, sir, to raise awareness, and also the television media, which is more popular.
Okay, India is pursuing an FTA with New Zealand.
Yes.
In addition to that, we are focusing on strengthening defense ties as well. However, we have some concerns pertaining to pro-Khalistan activities. Tell me how we can balance diplomatic ties, but at the same time ensuring our national interest.
So we will have to raise these issues with the government there, that these are some issues that are integral to India and they should be addressed. Apart from that, sir, we do have various other mechanisms to address these issues. At a bilateral level, we will have to deal with it, but that should not be the reason why we should not do the FTA talks. So that is why we are continuing with the FTA, but also raising these issues.
In the light of the controversy involving YouTube influencers, Supreme Court emphasized the need to have a strict regulatory framework for online content. Can you suggest some measures as to how we can have a stringent regulatory framework which adheres with Indian moral standards?
So here we need to ensure that we balance the fundamental right of freedom of expression of the influencer with the social responsibility that they have. And for that, sir, it is better if we have a self-regulatory mechanism, similar to how we have on the OTT platforms also. So there could be a tiered mechanism where one will be the grievance officer appointed by the influencer or the platform itself. Secondly, would be a self-regulation body which will oversee the matter. And third could be at the ministerial level, we can have some regulatory mechanism.
Okay. As a civil engineer, how do you assess the current urban infrastructure of Maharashtra? Also, can you suggest some steps to improve the situation of traffic congestion in cities like Pune, Mumbai?
Sir, if we see urban infrastructure in Maharashtra, it is improving, but the issue so far has been that the development has not been balanced. So we have seen that over urbanization in areas or over congestion of infrastructure projects in one area. And for that, sir, we are going towards a number of other infrastructure projects, and we are inviting more pan-India level contractors here. Apart from that, balanced regional development is focused in terms of connecting the earlier non-connected areas. Sir, for the traffic management, we need to go for transit-oriented development. Apart from that, sir, mass rapid transit system needs to be there. And we also need to see on a case by case basis as to if the national highways and state highways are not connected, then we need to bring up the bypasses or elevated corridors. And where possible, we would also need to come up with ring roads to address the issue of traffic.
Recently, the new income tax bill was tabled in the parliament. The current income tax law has been amended numerous times to meet current needs. Why do we need this new law? And also tell me, the virtual digital assets have been recognized in this bill. So how do you assess this move?
So the new income tax bill that we have come up with is to ensure that the principle of trust first and scrutinize later is adhered to. And sir, we have seen its benefits also. For example, sir, recently itself the income tax department, when they provided a nudge to people So 30,000 crore worth foreign assets were registered. Apart from that, sir, this is a step towards ensuring ease of doing business as well. The compliance burden on companies would reduce, and this would ensure that they are able to focus and divert their funds towards that direction. And so decriminalizing is also one of the aspect of the bill. So the Jan Vishwas Bill 2.0 will be a part of that.
Okay.
Yes.
And what about the virtual digital
sir.
assets which have been recognized?
Sir, earlier the virtual digital assets were not being recognized, so they were not taxed. So currently we have the regime where the TDS of 1% and the tax of capital gains tax of 30% is imposed on the virtual digital assets. So this will ensure that the government also gets the revenue through this. Apart from that, people will invest in these assets through the legitimate means. So we can also address the issue of fraud here.
Thank you. I
Thank you,
pass
sir.
on to Honorable Chairman.
Aishwarya, what are your expectations from the civil services if you get it?
Sir, I believe that being a part of the civil services will not only lead to my personal empowerment, sir, but at the same time, I will get a purpose with which I will be able to lead my life.
So, what is that purpose?
So, to be able to contribute to the society in very little possible way that I can. And, sir, that inspiration for this has come from my maternal grandmother, sir. She was an Anganwadi worker and.
Okay. So, Aishwarya, we see the brighter side, but one of the deterrents for people, trying civil services is that the impression is there is a lot of political intervention and pressures. So, how do you think you would be able to cope up with that?
Sir, I would not see it as a pressure, sir, because as a bureaucrat, I will have to understand that the political leaders are the representatives of the people. So sometimes there will be a possibility that there would be work pressure or they would want a particular work to be done in a particular manner. There will always be scope for dialogue, sir, where on the basis of merits, the decisions would be taken because the objective will still remain the same for both the bureaucrats as well as the politicians, that the welfare of the people is more important.
So, Aishwarya, anything in your DAF which we have still not covered?
Sir, I think you're
Everything is done. So, we now close our interview, Aishwarya. We will call you again after a few minutes for the feedback.
Yes, sir.
Meanwhile, you can wait in the next room.
Yes. Thank you, sir. Thank
So, Aishwarya, how have you done today?
you. I think there is still scope to improve. I do have to fill some knowledge gaps, sir.
You have some knowledge gaps. Can you recall which are the areas where you realized that you could not address it, with the confidence, or where you found some gap?
Sir, in the Qutub Minar question and also the Marathwada and Vidarbha question, sir.
So, Aishwarya, on the whole, if you ask our impression about your performance today, you are a very, very good personality, very good. You carried a good aura and a good, pleasing personality with good command over yourself. Very, very smiling disposition. You carried forward the discussions, with the ease with which you addressed all the answers. Really good.
Thank you, sir.
You conducted yourself very good. And of course, knowledge was reasonably good. But more than that, more than the knowledge, you were clear headed. Your concepts are clear wherever you knew the things. And by and large, balanced. A little bit love for Maharashtra was seen, which I think in those 30 minutes,
Yes.
you should become a national,
Yes, sir.
समझ गई आप? हाँ. थोड़ा सा वो आपका देखा मैंने कि you were not ready to accept कि ये बजट में ये था वो था, and even on the issue of Ladki Behna, you refused to accept this, that it was not a correct thing to do. गवर्नमेंट भले ही कह रही है कि हमने रियलाइज किया कि इसमें फ्रॉड भी हो रहा है, हम स्लैश डाउन भी कर रहे हैं, बट यू डिड नॉट वो एक एरिया थोड़ा सा ऐश्वर्या देख लो.
Yes.
Don't be, we all belong to some or the other place, you know, but ultimately you are in a national service, and you should be, don't be rigid,
Yes, sir.
don't be rigid in your stance. And don't think that every time that the panel comes out with some provocative thing, it actually means a trap. And generally, it has been seen that, you know, जो पैनल कहता है उसका बिल्कुल डायमेट्रिकली ऑपोजिट जाते हैं. नहीं सर, ऐसा नहीं है, बल्कि ये है, बल्कि ये है, बल्कि ये है. सो weigh the pros and cons. When the panel is saying something, they will not make a very absurd statement. They have seen, they have, and they want you to be a more balanced personality. So I liked your answer on civil services. But again, you have to be very practical. You sounded idealistic. No, sir, we will settle down this. Sir, in case of any conflict of interest, because it is a fact that at times their interests and the interests of the administration or the law, they clash. So in that case, I will hold to the rule of law.
Yes.
And to give a message that, you know, only those things where we are within the framework of law that we will be able to, and I'm sure they will understand,
Yes.
and I'm 100% sure that they will understand. But don't rest so much on your own laurels that I will convince them, मैं उनको प्यार से बिठा लूंगी तो अच्छे से मान जाएंगे.
Yes.
They are different and they have their own interest. So conflict of interest होता है. So ट्रांसफर भी होते हैं. बट सिविल सर्वेंट्स को यही कहा जाता है कि ट्रांसफर से डरना नहीं है. ट्रांसफर इज नॉट अ पनिशमेंट. बट इफ यू टेक अ रॉन्ग डिसीजन, then you may suffer more than the transfers.
Yes.
So Aishwarya, you are doing very well and we are very happy with your performance. Just plug these knowledge gaps. Review the stands that you take. There's no harm in preparing some views in advance
Yes.
of the ongoing events, ongoing controversies. 3 language, Marathi as a compulsory language in the secretariat, you know,
Yes.
and Nagpur curfew thing, whether there was any lapse, and likewise, whatever happens around your interview,
Yes.
balance करो, थोड़ा सोच लो, don't be in a hurry.
Yes.
Promptness of answering is not so important as the balancing of the reply.
Yes.
So let's hear other members.
Yes.
So, Aishwarya, you are a very good candidate, with smiling, energetic, good communication. Okay,
Yes.
your knowledge is also good, but some feeling is required.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you are from Maharashtra. So, Maharashtra, you please wrote by heart the Marathwada and Vidarbha. Okay, the rainfall difference.
Yes.
Okay, rain shadow area, rain fed area, and all such type of things. Number one. Number two, crop difference. This is another one. Forest difference is one. Okay,
Yes, sir.
and geographical difference plus the governmental intervention in these two areas.
Yes.
Okay, these are the some. Marathwada is basically cooperative area.
Yes.
Cooperative sector is much more, functioning in Marathwada, but not in Vidarbha that much, right?
Yes, sir.
Some local issues like LW issues. So these are some areas which you need to focus on, and also focus on your coastal areas of Maharashtra. In coastal, when I talk about coastal area, so coastal area, please, coastal economy,
Yes.
fishermen, okay, and other infrastructure, coastal infrastructure, your port, newly the port is being constructed, Vadhavan,
Yes.
Vadhavan port. Huh? These corridors, which you talked about, these corridors. So all such type of things. Arabian Sea का importance क्या है? Strategic importance of Arabian Sea. Okay, economic importance. So these are some areas which you need to focus on.
Yes.
Okay, a lopsided development. Mumbai is being developed, given a lot of money, but the rest of the Maharashtra is not being given that much of money. Nagpur is a very tiger capital of India. Nagpur, so different type of tiger reserves. The relocation of tribals due to tiger reserves, such type of things,
Yes.
and tribals also.
Yes.
Madhya tribes, Gond tribes, etc., etc. So these are some areas you focus on once you do this, and besides your other things,
Yes.
regular general current affairs, etc. But these are focal areas where you concentrate on these things. You may get a lot of questions on these things.
Yes.
Okay, all the best.
Thank you, sir.
So, Aishwarya, your personality is very good. Very positive, good communication, smiling. So, that is the first part and foremost. So, you are doing very well. When it comes to specific issues, use your common sense. If there is no zero, we would have invented something to take care of whatever is happening.
Yes.
That is first part. But strictly speaking, if there is no zero, there is no calculus, there is no negative number, there is no place value, there is no computer, just come out.
Yes.
There is no engineering. Physics will also not be there. Economics may get affected. But first response should be positive response. That if, see, there was a time when there was no zero.
Hmm.
And that was the time when India progressed maximum. You remember, before Aryabhatta,
Yes.
there was no zero.
Yes, sir.
So we always invent something and we move on. And Indian ancient culture was rich enough to even develop during those days. And then somebody thought of it. So initially, zero was not zero, zero was a dot.
Yes.
Then somebody devised the symbol. So, thoda sa creativity.
Yes, sir.
Qutub Minar, tapering structure of Qutub Minar. Okay, the sheer mass of Qutub Minar. Read more, you are a civil engineer,
Yes,
I
sir,
don't
I'll
have to
read.
tell you. The rest all you were very good. Wish you all the best.
Thank you, sir.
I have the same opinion. On the whole, you ticked all the boxes. Arguments that you advanced were good. You have strong articulation skills. Apart from that, you come across as a very, very pleasing personality. You are very promising. You will do really well. I wish you all the best.
Thank you, sir.
Aishwarya, any questions?
No, sir, I'll work upon the feedback.
You will do that. You are going to do very well, and we have given you 65% today.
Okay.
So, is this your first time you interview in UPSC?
Yes, sir, first time.
65 is,
179. You are doing good.
you'll do even better than this. You have a very catchy smile. Good personality. Very nice. All the best.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, all the best.